Hey guys, welcome back. It's Coolidge, and I am going to continue this description of what this game is. This game is extremely complex, and for a lot of people it's kind of scary. So I just kind of want to explain everything in case you don't know. If you do know, it's great. It's a great game. So anyway, we're still on January 1st. We haven't done anything, and let's see what we want to do. Oh, gotta go through this. So we have a council of people that all hate me. And my council can do various things. My chancellor, he can go improve diplomatic relations. Now he can improve, if I put him in Metz here, he could improve it with my direct vassals. But I'm probably gonna just go put him. I'm probably going to want to improve relations here with my liege. I can also fabricate claims. If you remember, I only have claims on... I have a claim on Paris, and I have a claim on to depose my liege. Now the reason why I have a claim is I have a strong claim on the county of Paris for reasons. Don't know why. Oh, this guy, my dad, was the Count of Paris, and then he died. And so that can just be continued to be inherited down through the line. So I can continue to have a claim here on Paris. But when he died, the King of West Francia, Charles the Bald here, took that from my father, and so I don't have anything. Or I don't have Paris anymore. So that's sad. So I can fabricate claims, or I can sow dissent. So I can try to make it so the vassals of, say, this one hate this guy. So then he won't get their troops. They might want to raise up against them, or I could sow dissent here, so all these vassals would try to hate their liege. Actually, I don't know if I can do it here. I think I might have to do it in one of these. So then if I sow dissent with Count Rainier of Luxembourg, he would hate the king more. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm probably going to just go over here and improve some diplomatic relations. You can see around the thing here, like this guy's bronze. Bronze are barons. Silver is counts. This blue outline here, these are dukes. And the gold is kings, and emperors are purple. So you can tell at a glance real quickly what their status is. See, these people, they don't have anything, they're just courtiers. My vassals are both baron level baron levels. So my marshal is my son, who also hates me. He can suppress revolts, which I'm not worried about. He can train some troops, or he can research military tech. Now, researching tech improves spread rate, and we'll talk about tech here in a second. I'm going to train some troops. And what that will do is increase this size. And see, it says 286 out of 402. Because I'm training troops here, that increases levy size by 45%. And the reinforcement rate by almost 100%. So, and he can possibly make them go even faster than that. My steward also hates me, and he can collect taxes, oversee construction, so if I'm building one of these buildings, they'll go faster. Or he can research economy tech, similar to research military tech. I'm not a collector of taxes. My spy master, he can scheme to get some plots. He can encourage people from joining my faction, or discourage people from joining other factions. He can build spy network and increase my chance to assassinate people. Or you can study technology. Right now, because everyone hates me, I'm going to have him scheme, and the fact that he hates me scares me. But hopefully that'll go away soon. And finally, my court chaplain. He can convert a county. I can send him off to... I think I can send him off to... No, that has to be within my de jure borders. He can research cultural check, or he can improve religious relations. Now, obviously, we'll go improve him with the Pope. The Pope really likes me, which he doesn't. I can ask him. I can ask him for some money. I mean, and if I was pious, which is over here, but I'm not at all. So, back to things to do. Oh, laws. So here on the laws, I have gavel kind of succession. What that does is it splits up my holdings to my sons, basically. It increases the size of things I can have, but then on my death, things get split up. It's the one you're probably going to start with, and you can change it to different things. Go over those when we get to them, if we get to them. I'd like to have monarchy is probably the best, because as long as your vassals like you, they will go along with who you want. So if your son is literally an imbecile, which you can get that as a modifier on your firstborn son or something, you don't want him inheriting everything. We've got some laws we can change. Though you can only change these like once every 10 years. I'm going to change church taxation to none. The reason for that is if I go and look at my vassals and I look at this guy, he hates me. And because he hates me and he loves the Pope, he pays all his taxes, 18 gold, to the Pope. I don't want the Pope to have 18 gold. I want him to have 18 gold, so that he can build stuff in here. That's better. So, I'm going to change this to no taxes. He's probably always going to hate me anyway. Well, but he might like me a little bit better, so now, oops. See, he likes me a little. Yay. Oops. I don't think I can raise... Yeah, he still needs to like me a bit more before I can raise anything from him. The church levies are very small anyway. See, I can't change another law for another... Oh, it's 5 years. Anyway. Tech. So tech is actually... It's not like I have this tech for me. It's the tech in this particular place. Wherever... And you can spend points, which you'll start getting if you are a duke, in that on whatever you want. Otherwise, they'll just be moving along rather slowly. This is the Middle Ages, after all. So we'll get to those whenever we do that. Here, these are my own ones that I can raise, and obviously I can't raise anything from vassals. I can hire some mercenaries if I had money, and they have huge costs and huge monthly costs. Holy orders come along later in the game. It's fleets. Intrigue. We'll come back to that one. Factions here. So these are factions in my county. They might say things like they want to install someone else, which would be really bad, because then I'd just immediately lose the game. I can create different factions to see if I can get other people to join. So I can say I want to change it to elective succession in this place, etc., etc. And finally, here's the church thing. I can appoint a direct successor. So if I appointed, say, my second-born son, he would be out of the... he would become a bishop, and he wouldn't be able to inherit stuff. Here's the Pope. There's some cardinals. If your dynasty becomes the Pope, you get some good stuff from that. You can put some money in here to try to get your guy elected. He's not going to be. I'm not going to waste money on that right now. Intrigue. So this you can do some pretty neat stuff. Actually, in a game recently, I meant to, like, you can borrow money here, and I'm just going to do that right away. You can borrow money from the Jews. Alright? And you have to, you can repay it. It's just a flat fee of 50 gold. You'll repay it eventually, or your liege might kick out all the Jews and you won't have to repay it. And then they'll invite the Jews back, and then you can do that again. So, yay. Well, I meant to try to repay it one time, and I accidentally clicked one I clicked like here, and it didn't click buy indulgence for my sins, it clicked commit suicide, which was available because my guy was depressed, and I basically lost everything in that game because of that. Anyway, I can go on a pilgrimage, and I can do different things. Now, when I die, I will start playing as this guy, my heir, who's my son. So it continues along. So this is a game of dynasty. So you need to have an heir for your dynasty at all times. So I'm fine right now with that. The first thing I'm going to do is go on a pilgrimage, because I can. And I will start making some traveling plans. And I'm pressing space to start the game. And speeding it up a little. I'm going to go... There are a number of different holy places you can visit. I'm going to go to the Holy Land. So, my heir... Well, I'm unmarried, too. So he's going to have... This is my liege asking me if I'm okay with it being limited, and then that's fine for me. That just says that he can collect a little bit more taxes from me, and he can appoint different people as military leaders. My things are packed, and the Holy Land awaits. My journey begins. So my son is now my regent, which is fine. One time I had a regent undo stuff, like, because they could. They undid a crown law here, and you can only do that once a lifetime to change the crown authority, and that really made me mad. So right now I'm on a pilgrimage, and deep in the night I was sleeping at a pilgrim's inn, and I'm dreaming a beautiful dream. Walking in a dense wood filled with wonderful sounds and smells of nature. Little squirrels run across your path and birds sing in the trees. You keep walking through the wood, and then you notice a new and strange but familiar smell. You can't quite put your finger on what it is, though. It's something you should know, yes. Yes, it's fire. You're instantly wide awake. The room is hot. You can hear the sound of crackling flames, and a moment later you also hear people screaming. Indeed, the inn is on fire. You can help try to put it out, or you can become a craven. I am obviously going to try to help put it out. Hopefully I won't become wounded. I did not. At my camp at night, a large group of fellow pilgrims appear. They've traveled far and are hungry and out of food. You look through their supplies, but you only have a few. You only have just over half a dozen loaves of bread and a few fishes. I can become charitable, which increases my diplomacy, which will cost me to lose 5 gold, or tell them to screw off. Well, I'm going to become charitable. I stood by the stained glass windows and tried to look through them when the priest approached me and asked me what I thought of them. A courtier by my side spoke before I managed to say some very unfair opinions about the multitude of colors used. It saved me, but only for a minute. Okay. The wolves have kept closer to the castle, and more sheep, pigs, and chickens vanish each day. So even though I'm down in Jerusalem, I'm also reigning here, and so I get this thing, which I can get a temporary bloodlust, or I can have either it's one of my two vassals can like me better. When Udo had told the priest that he thought about the stained glass windows, both looked inquiring at me until I managed to croak something out, praising about the windows, using some of Udo's opinions. The priest seemed satisfied, and Udo beamed at me. So my steward likes me now. So I forgot to set an ambition. My ambition is going to be to get married. And when I get married, I'll get a little bit extra prestige. Okay. Jerusalem. You finally arrived at Jerusalem. Passing by the Mount of Olives, you enter through the city gate and are immediately overcome by a feeling of having made a truly epic journey. The city is filled with people of all creeds and colors. The air heavy with the smells of strange spices and foreign plants. You make your way through the throng of people and animals, excited by the knowledge that you're now close to the Via del Rosa and other holy places. You plan to also visit the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, but first, you need to find a place to stay. After all, you wouldn't want to be forced to sleep in a stable, would you? Did you get the reference? Okay, well, anyway, okay, Jerusalem, what a fascinating place. A holy place for three great religions, and the city of surrounding areas are full of monuments giving tribute to God. Somehow, when you look closer, they don't seem that different, all that different. It rather makes you think, doesn't it? And get sympathy for Islam, or sympathy for Judaism. Now, what sympathy does is it makes it so, like if I look at this guy here, he hates me because I'm an infidel. I'm gonna choose Jewish because I'll get random Jewish courtiers throughout the game, but I'm not gonna have much interaction with Islam, at least for a long time. So, Jesus was a Jew? Anyway, back to this. I'm gonna arrange a marriage. I'm just gonna pause it here for a sec. So, there's a couple different things you can do when arranging a marriage. You can focus on traits, or you can focus on claims. So, like this princess here of West Francia, my son would then have a claim on West Francia, my son. Same with this one. Now you can also see here some things like this. She's a hunchback with a hair lip, so that's awesome. If they have a heart like this, they are inheritable. So if they're purple hearts, well, that's not something you want to deal with. So like this girl right here, she's quite the catch. There's things like genius or quick. None of these have that. What is good to have are these 4 pips here. You see these pips. Here's Dutiful Cleric. It's only 2 pips. Gray Eminence, very good. Or Elusive Shadow. So what you want is what you want here is you want to try to get someone with a lot of this, so that they can educate your children if you want them to try to become Gray Eminences themselves, or Elusive Shadows. See, I'm Midas Touch, so if I educated a child, if I had some lord here, they had a much higher chance of being Midas Touched. They also have chances of being the 3 pip or 2 pip or etc. or a random other thing that doesn't make any damn sense. Also important to note is this right here, your diplomacy. Your state diplomacy is made up of the diplomacy of your counselor, who is at 14. plus your diplomacy, plus half the diplomacy of your wife. And because right now I have a regent, because I'm off, and my regent is, yeah, my son's way better. Yeah, this guy's sweet. I like him. I have 25 there, so I get half my wife's. So if I want to get some better diplomacy, better intrigue, those are good things to have. You could sort by that. Oh, someone stole the gray eminence? Is all that? I didn't even unpause it. Ridiculous. Oh, I paused it after I brought it up the first time. So someone did steal him. Well. You know, it's... oh, and these little flags here. Those are possibly you're going to get an alliance. So, she's just a courtier, but there is a patrician family, which is these, like Venice and stuff, that could be called into war. None of these are really awesome. If I marry her, I lose prestige. That's another thing to keep in mind. I think I'll just go with this one. She's paranoid. She's lustful, though. That's always good. She's patient. Slothful. Patient. She's very patient, apparently. So, she's 17, too. Okay, so I get a bunch of prestige because I married into House Carling and I married the Letme king. And my heir also needs someone. And, finally returned home. It was a great experience. Hooray, I'm a pilgrim, which increases my monthly piety gain by 0.1. Okay. Oh, my king here, because he knows I hate him, because he increased crown authority. I'm envious. He's a foreigner compared to me, because I'm a good German Catholic here. He decided to make me High Almoner, which means he likes me, or he's not trying to take my stuff, which is good. I also get a little bit of prestige for that. It also makes me like him a bit more. Yeah, High Almoner, plus 10. It's in the middle down there. And, what? Okay, fine. Don't marry me. Jerk. So, I guess she married someone else. So, the hell? All of these are now courtiers. Okay, well, take her then. What? What? Oh, she became a countess in this? Why is everyone hating me all of a sudden? Like, I can... No, I'm trying to marry myself. Here. I pause just so no one else takes any of these. Yeah, I'll take her. Come on. Finally, we can have a woman to sleep with. Right, okay. It's everyone's concern for 7 gold, or no, I need some prestige. I've got terrible prestige. Okay, things I want to do. So if I say I want to become the marshal, my liege will make me marshal and try to make me like him more. Likely, anyway. I think I want to improve diplomacy, though. That'll give me some events to try to do that. My heir is also unmarried. He also has ship for selections. So, why not, he's 25, he needs to get making babies. Sure. That's a duke. He just needs to get to making babies. So, her. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And I'm gonna get a little bit of prestige for that. And with that, I'm gonna take a break. So I will see you guys in a sec.